Hey guys, thanks for joining me for another Dokkan Battle video, and today we are continuing the Piccolo domination, taking on the hardest red zone fights in the game. And right now we're going to go against Broly, and we are going to dominate this man. It doesn't help that Broly's final phase is AGL and Orange Piccolo here is Tech type, so that makes things a lot easier. And we got our boy Tech God Goku. Like, this team is so good. Like, honestly, the two characters that give us the most risk at dying are going to be like Pan and Gamma 2. And Gamma 2, we're always going to set him up so that he's going to at least attack first and have a little bit better defense. And get him like kind of built up, right? With Pan, it's just a matter of if she's going to dodge or not. Now here's the thing. Pan actually is not a good character to use in this run because Broly blocks dodging. And I went in here with Pan anyways and still got it done. So we definitely have to hide her. Like, Pan is like a huge liability in this run. But I just love this team build so much. I'm like, I don't want to change it. I want to see if I can get it done the way I like it built. And sure enough, we go and get it done here. Now, this definitely isn't a no item run. Like, you're going to have to run, like, you can't run Pan probably and legitimately get a no item run because that AoE phase is just going to one-shot her. I mean, maybe it's possible with, like, really good RNG, like, maybe he doesn't do an AoE on the turn that, you know, Pan is out, but it's going to be a lot harder to get a no item run with a character that needs to dodge in a fight where you can't dodge, right? So, I kind of intentionally set myself up that way just because I wanted to take, this is my favorite version of the team, and I just wanted to keep it. I was being stubborn, let's put it that way. But I've got my Gamma rotation here, which I absolutely love. I try to go as light as I can, but these Gammas are too strong, right? Because I do want to build up, but this Broly, I mean, you know, going against this AGL Gamma 2, like, he's not going to last. He's not long for this world. So it's like, how many attacks can we get in? We get 2 attacks with Gamma 2. So it's like, okay, that's fine, that's something. And then on the next turn, hopefully we can get Gamma 2 finished to be built up here, right? So here we've got Orange Piccolo ready to go. Now, we already could go Orange Piccolo, but we're not going to do that. We are not going to do that yet. This tech phase is fine. And I love all the attacks coming in because that means, hey, after this turn, my Orange Piccolo is going to be like fully built up, which is awesome. And my Orange Piccolo is rainbowed at this point, so he's going to be looking mighty fine here. Pan on the end, not as much of a liability here because she's got type advantage at least. But the problem is her stats are pretty low because her stats get a big jump once she dodges, and she cannot dodge in this fight. So I do understand that Pan is not a good character to use here, but like I said, we get it done anyways. And look at Piccolo just tanking double digits. Just a beast. 15 mil attack stat. The only reason he wasn't hitting for 20 mil right there is because he's not linked up with that other Piccolo. But we'll take a 15 mil shot, sure. We'll definitely take that with the big, what was that, 2 mil crit additional? And then here comes God Goku. And God Goku, very, very good here with all of his damage reduction. Just ridiculous, right? And then Pan, yeah, she's just there being like kind of like a mid support right now. Because once again, without her dodge, she actually isn't good. Yeah, 37k normal there with guard. So yeah, not good. But now we got our Gamma still going. Putting Gamma 1 in slot 1 here is going to pretty much ensure that we get him fully built up if he isn't already. And then Gamma 2 should be able to finish his attacks off. And with type disadvantage, my hope is Broly can actually survive a couple hits here. But I really don't want Gamma 2 getting hit here. So we timed this fairly well, where Gamma 2 is going to take out Broly, even though he has type disadvantage. Because had Broly gotten like a super here, Gamma 2 is going to be taking a dirt nap. That's what's going to happen. Even though Gamma 2, his defense isn't bad, it's raw defense without damage reduction, and it's not to the level that you're going to defend this Broly type disadvantage, right? So luckily we get through, and this is nice. We're able to get like 3 attacks in because of the type disadvantage there, which is good. So our Gamma 2 is pretty much built up at this point. All right, so here's the nasty AoE phase, and I think this is actually the harder phase of Broly, especially with a team like this. Now, this rotation here, I'm like, oh my god, we're good. Like, this rotation isn't getting touched. I'm free to just not use an item here. Now, the next turn's a very different story, and we do pop items on the next turn. I think we actually would have made it without items. Like, this actually could have been a no-item run with Pan on the team. We'll see what happens on the next turn. I'm talking over a pre-recording, by the way. But, yeah, here's Piccolo at a 13 mil attack stat. But I think the way this worked out, I actually could have done a no-item run here. Pretty sure that's what could have happened. Yeah, Piccolo's so good. And dude, when he double supers, he's getting 250% defense raises. How did they make Piccolo so good? And Gohan, how did they like fumble him so bad when they made Piccolo this good? It's crazy. It's pretty funny too. Like you go back and watch like initial reactions of like the live stream and stuff, and people were just like mad at all of it because of Beast Gohan, and people like weren't realizing how crazy this Piccolo was going to be. Like when you look back at it in retrospect, like I'm very happy with this Piccolo. Like there's no disappointment. The only disappointment is in Gohan and his banner. But other than that, everything about the celebration has been great. Like I have no issues with it. And once again, the optimist in me is like, yeah, we'll get a Beast Gohan later on. It might not be for a while. The most optimistic thing would be to say a Part 2 Carnival LR. Okay, so right here, because I know that this Broly's attacking 500 times in slot 1 and I've got Pan there on the end, I'm like, I don't only need to Whis, I need to like double Whis here. So I double Whis here just to ensure that I can get through. Because I know if I get to the AGL phase, it's game over. Because we got 2 Tech Piccolos running around, right? So I know it's game over if we get to the AGL phase. So I'm like, all right, let's just secure this thing and do the double Whis. But right here, Gamma 1 without Whis wouldn't have taken anything there, right? So let's just watch what happens here. Okay. I wish this was like the old Dokkan where like once you see the super come in, you can reset the game and it would reset the turn. They obviously stopped that. But look, Gamma 1 took all normals. So literally, and then Gamma 2 is going to finish it off. So I actually did not need to use any items here. So this actually could be a no item run. I won't call it a no item run in the title because it wasn't. I used items, but you guys can clearly see there was no need for those Whis there. We got through just fine. And then obviously we don't have items available to even use on this phase. And with this triple Piccolo turn, like, are you kidding me with this turn? How does this turn die? This team doesn't die, and I don't know how it happens, but in all my videos, I end up with double orange Piccolos on the same turn. So here we go. 4 to 6 turns of Piccolo going crazy. And here's the thing. With type advantage, this Broly is not going to survive the orange Piccolos. I don't even know if we need both orange Piccolos. I think we do need both just because he's got so much health. But, like, this is where you win the game, right? Roll the credits. Orange Piccolo has appeared. Your time in this world. Yeah, you can see Broly, he's a tanky boy. Look at that. He's eating those hits. But once again, there is such an onslaught of so many free orange Piccolo turns coming. So many free turns coming. That, and so many attacks coming in. And my guy's at like, my Piccolo is like 18 additional 19 crit or something like that. Like just, that's the way you want to build this guy. Just a nice build of additional and crit. And he's looking good. I mean, you could even go maybe just a little bit higher crit. I could maybe go like 15 additional and like over 20 crit might be a little bit better. But I like my balanced build. And like, even Orange Piccolo, like without the defense, you can see would only be taking 500k damage with the type advantage. That's actually not bad. Because you have to remember, this Giant Form Orange Piccolo, he's not showing like all the defense that the Ultimate Awakening Piccolo would get. Ultimate Awakening Piccolo tanks this Broly for double digits, no problem. With raw, like 1 mil defense start of turn, 1.5 mil after super, and 20% damage reduction, there's no way this Ultimate Awakening Piccolo takes damage from this Broly. No way. No way at all. It's crazy. And then just the fact that his best partner is like one of the best banner units in the game, that is also a support unit, is actually just wild to me. It is like, and that's the other thing that makes this Piccolo so much better than the Gohan. Gohan does not have a really good partner to roll with right now. He really doesn't. Like his best partner, in my opinion, if I was running like a Gohan team, probably I'd use Tech Ultimate Gohan, who's like a super old unit, but he guards and stacks defense, and because what Gohan needs is he needs somebody that can sit in slot 1. Because Gohan, you want him building his defense through attack. Like, you want him attacking first. You do not want him getting hit before he attacks. So, yeah, you want him to get his on-super defense stacks. So, Gohan is definitely a slot 2 character. So, I would say Tech Ultimate Gohan is really what you would run with him, in my opinion. You could maybe do Vegeta and Trunks, but they're only going to share 2 links, right? So, I mean, here's the thing. I think Tech Ultimate Gohan only shares 3 links. That's the bad part about that Gohan. His link set is shit. It's bad. It's really unfortunate. And he's got shocking speed, so he struggles for ki, like, really bad. All right, so here we go. Orange Piccolo round 2. Broly's about halfway dead, so I think with good RNG on our crits here and proccing additional supers, we actually could take out Broly with this Orange Piccolo. I don't remember if we do or not. If not, it's going to be like a swift special beam cannon when we come out of it and he's done for, right? But yeah, we'll just enjoy the Orange Piccolo show, right? I do get, like, some of these showcases are going to be a little bit boring because, yeah, like, these Orange Piccolo turns just take forever, right? Because he's not dealing 20 mil attack stats. It's like, it's a bunch of 2 to 3 mil attack stats, but it's so many of them. It's just an onslaught. And it just gives me a chance to gush about how amazing this Piccolo is. Very, very happy. Here's the thing, too. This is the thing that needs to be in the discussion. If Orange Piccolo is this good, how good are the anniversary units going to be? Because I believe up until this point, for the most part, the anniversary units have always ushered in kind of a new top tier meta, right? Like, they've always been the best units in the game, pretty much, right? Maybe year 5 was debatable, but at the time, I think they were really, really good, right? Especially fully built up, they were insane, those year 5 LRs. But I think there's one of two things that are going to happen. One is the anniversary units have to be balls to the wall busted to both be better than this Orange Piccolo, which could happen, and they could definitely bring in like a new tier of difficulty, which this Orange Piccolo to me is making me feel like there is going to be new difficulty coming, because he's actually making these red zone stages feel easy now, which is insane. Like, I went from last week, like, still thinking Cell Max is pretty darn ridiculous hard, to now I just waltzed in my first try, like, no item run, Cell Max, you're done. Like, and that's kind of what this Piccolo is doing. This Broly, this could have been a very easy no item run. No iteming Broly is not an easy thing to do, and that's basically what we did here, while having Pan, who's like a terrible unit to run in this fight. And we still could have no item run this. Now, I technically didn't, right? I used the items, but we saw that it wasn't necessary. So, kind of crazy. So here's the other thing. Or what could happen is this Piccolo is just an anomaly, and they made him, like, way better than maybe they meant to. But I think the devs maybe didn't realize how impactful this Orange Piccolo phase was going to be. Because you look at his raw numbers, like, yeah, 3 mil isn't crazy. But he's got the additionals, and he's got so many turns of this, and it just adds up. And he's like, he's a Dokkan. Like, we've never had a Dokkan Fest. I don't think we've ever had a Dokkan Fest Great Ape character, right? The most impactful Great Ape character we had was, like, was what, Baby, and he was the Yellow Coin LR. Now, we've got, like, Rage Mode stuff, but those Rage Modes are never impactful because they're super hard to get out. Like, Int Goku Black's Rage Mode, AGL Cell, Namek Goku, their Rage Modes aren't as impactful. Like, this is, like, the difference with Piccolo here. One, it's not a Rage Mode, because those Rage Modes are usually just, like, one turn. This is an actual giant form. And then there's the special beam cannon to finish it. But it's so easy to get out. It's like 3 turns and you got it. So anyways, guys, there you go. Orange Piccolo just dominating Dokkan battle. You pull Orange Piccolo, you beat the game. That's how you beat the game. Just pull Orange Piccolo. So anyways, guys, thanks for watching. We'll catch y'all on the next one.